happy Thursday, or whatever day it is when I manage to get this edited and uploaded. Today I'm taking the next step in the experiment of doing beans in the pressure cooker. This time, doing some traditional red beans and rice with, as always, camellia. Now this is a 2-pound bag, and I'm going to do half of it. So let's measure out a pound. Come out of there. A little more. Oop, one too many. Alrighty. Now with camellia, once they're rinsed and you've picked out any incidental rocks, they're ready to go. There is no pre-soaking required with these. And I like that. Now before they go in, I'm starting with a basic trinity. Celery, onion, maybe part of a sweet bell pepper, and of course garlic. Since these are small, I'm just going to slice them, leaves and all. Good enough. Dice the onion. Now this is a trick I learned from Gordon Ramsay a while ago. How to cut up a bell pepper as quickly and easily as possible. All the seeds go out. You're set to go, and that's all there is to it. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to use about half of this. And again, just dice it up. And again, same with the garlic, just a little smaller. And next, about a half a pound of a good smoked sausage. You can use andouille, you can use kielbasa, any good smoked sausage. That one's for me. This was already pre-cooked, by the way. And now we adjourn to the pressure cooker. About a tablespoon of EVOO. And throw in the sausage. And brown it. This will both render out any excess fat that you may have in it. Some sausages are fatter than others, or fattier than others. And it also adds to the flavor. And when it's got some good color on it, dump in the trinity and the garlic. Or maybe you should call it a quadruple T, I don't know. Stir it all together. Turn the heat down to about a medium. And let the trinity sweat for a little while. Now that they've gotten to know one another a little, dump in the beans. This is 1 pound, and I'm adding about 6 cups of water. This is about 2 cups less than what Camellia calls for. And I'm compensating for the fact that the pressure cooker does not lose as much water as normal cooking does. Remembering that this is only going to be cooking for a half hour instead of 3 or so. Throw in a bay leaf, cover it up, and bring it up to pressure. Set your control for 15 pounds. And hurry up and get the cornbread in the oven. The cornbread is my take on a recipe that I stole from Hilah Johnson years ago. A cup of cornmeal, a cup of whole wheat flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a teaspoon of baking soda. Mix the dry ingredients all together. Now for the wet ingredients. 1 cup of buttermilk or evaporated milk. And an egg. A 1/4 of a cup of molasses. And I'm throwing in about a 1/4 of a cup of sour cream, just because I kind of want to get rid of it before it goes bad. And sour cream does wonderful things to cornbread. Mix these together. Meanwhile, you have the oven preheating with a cast iron skillet in it with a couple of tablespoons of butter in it. To heat it up and brown it. And we mix all of our ingredients together. Doing this with a whisk is probably not the most brilliant concept in the world, but I'm in the middle of it. I am not to be stopped. Don't overmix, just make sure it's all thoroughly blended together. Bring that skillet over. And pour the batter into it. All of it. Smoosh it around. And this will go into the 425-degree oven for about 20 minutes. 30 minutes is up. Bring it over to the sink and cool it off. And once all the pressure is relieved, we open it up. And see what's in here. Looks pretty done to me. Also looks like I could have cut the water back even a little bit more. Taste test. The reds actually aren't quite done after a half hour. I'm going to go ahead and season them with a little Cajun seasoning. And put them back on for another 10 or 15 minutes. So I let the beans go for another 15 minutes for a total cook time of 45 minutes, and they're perfect. Ladle a bunch over some rice. The cornbread is already buttered. That might do for starters. And some steamed Brussels sprouts on the side. And of course, the required champagne. And I see no excuse for anything else other than to commit piggery, like now. Give me that sausage. Gimme. And sure enough, they're every bit as good as if they'd been sitting here cooking for 3 hours or so. And again, the total cook time was 45 minutes. Red beans are a little bit bigger and meaner than Crowder's, but they're no match for the pressure cooker. Do excuse me, I have piggery to commit.